He missed it again. This is a really good fish. He's eating it so many times. There's a couple of them right there. One of them's like 3 pounds. Net, net, net. Today we're fishing my secret honey hole lake here in southern Minnesota, chasing after some monster bass. I've been fishing this lake for the last 6 years, and I can tell you as a fact, there is a state record bass in here, if not multiple state records. I know they electrofished a state record about 3 or 4 years ago, but no one's really caught it since, or at least I haven't heard they've caught it. I have seen multiple 6, 7, and 8 pounders pulled out of here by friends, and I've heard of some 9 pounders, so I know there's giants in here. I've caught some giants personally. There's big fish, and I think the best lure to catch them is gonna be the topwater frog. Or topwater duck, I should say. This is a weedless duck. It looks just like a frog, but it is in the shape of a duck. And if the bass in here like topwater frogs, I am sure they may even like the topwater duck a little bit more. It's a crazy looking lure, but for this lake, crazy is exactly what you want to catch these fish. And of course, with every weird lure video I make, I buy a second one to give away to one of you guys. If you want to win this guy right here, all you got to do is watch the full video to find out how to enter. Other than that, it's time we get started. Let's catch ourselves some monster fish on the topwater duck. Let's see if any fish are hungry for the duck lure. It is about 5 o'clock in the afternoon and about 91 degrees. Okay, well, that didn't take very long. First cast of the day. Wow, all right. Nothing wrong with that at all. Like I was just saying, it is 5 o'clock in the afternoon, 91 degrees out. But the fish in this lake don't care. They will eat topwater any time of day, and he absolutely choked it on the first cast. That is awesome. Didn't take very long. This lake is amazing for topwater because all of the edges are covered in weeds. So if you got a weedless lure, you're gonna get smacked by a whole lot of bass. That is awesome. Nothing like catching one on the first cast of the day. Like I said, these fish are crazy aggressive in here, and there is so many of them that will eat throughout the whole entire day. Doesn't matter the time of day, doesn't matter the weather, they will eat topwater every moment of the day, which makes it a great body of water for throwing it. We're gonna keep on casting and see if we can catch another one here. Wow. Okay. You know, I will say not every day is like this. This is just unbelievable. They're fairly small, not really the size I'm looking for, but there is a ton of aggressive fish, and it seems like they really like the duck lure. The one thing I do want to see about this lure is how is the action? Do the legs on it actually do anything, or are they just for look? They don't do anything. So it works just like a normal frog. There's no paddling or anything. I was kind of hoping the legs might do something, but it's not looking like they do. They're just kind of there for show, there for realism. It pops back and forth pretty well. I think that's kind of the main action of this, just bouncing it back and forth. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look for some open weeded areas like this, where you've got weed coverage everywhere around it, and then find that one area that is open. As you can see, we've got weeds throughout this whole entire area, and then we have a few spots that have open water, and that's usually where I cast into. We'll keep fishing spots like this and seeing what else we can catch. We got some more open water back in here. That's not a bad bass. He's trying to eat my line. My line is picking up grass up and down, and the bass is popping my line thinking it's something on top. There we go. Got him that time. Pulled himself into a ton of weeds, but still got him. Can't tell if it's a good fish or not. That guy was a lot smaller than I thought she was. Stuck up in all those weeds, popped it probably 4 times. Finally ended up getting him. I will say, this has an amazing hookup ratio. A lot of frogs I fish, you get a hook in them maybe 1 out of every 3 times. I don't think I've missed a hook set in one of these fish yet. Every fish has eaten it, and we've placed the hook in them every single time. I do gotta say, that is quite impressive for a weedless lure. We'll keep on moving down here, see if we can hopefully catch something bigger. I know there's giants in here. Just gotta weed through all of these babies first. The only problem with a lake like this that has this many smaller fish is you could have a 7-pound bass right next to a fish that is not even half a pound, and the fish that is half a pound will always eat it first because they are so much more aggressive, which makes it really hard to get those fish that are over 5 pounds. They're usually a little bit more finicky, take a little bit longer time, which when you're fishing like this, you don't have time. Because when you give them time, a fish like this is always gonna eat it first. They're much more aggressive. They don't second guess it. They see it and they eat it. I mean, it's 10, 15 minutes of fishing and it's just been nonstop. I don't even think I did a cast in between that last one. There's always these little aggressive fish, and it makes it fun if you're just trying to have fun catching topwater. But if you're chasing the monster like I am today, I want that 7-pound bass. I want that 8-pound bass. It is so hard to get them because you're dealing with so many little ones, but they are in here, and I have caught some giant fish on topwater. I've just had to deal with probably a serious 1,000 half-pound fish first until I weed through all of them and get lucky, and I have the big one eat it first. And that's kind of what I'm going for today. I'm just gonna do as many casts as I can, catch as many little ones as I can to get them out of the way, and hopefully after a while we can get that monster. You never know though. I've had it a lot where it's third cast of the day I've caught a 5-pounder out here. I know they're out here, I know they're aggressive. We just gotta hope a little one doesn't see it first. That's about all it is. I'm gonna try to get a little bit farther in there, get way up in that pocket. It is fairly shallow back there, which usually isn't the best for monsters. If you're only in 6 inches of water, it's hard to have a giant, but sometimes even right up in the shorelines, they can be a foot deep. Perfect. That's not a bad one. Might be a little smaller than I thought. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Hit it pretty hard, I'll give him that. No, it's not a bad one. Of course, not exactly the size I'm looking for, but she's not bad. A little bigger than the last one. We're slowly upsizing here, catching some slightly bigger fish, and they choke it every single time. The main reason I throw topwater is to get those awesome topwater bites, and honestly, I have had so many small bass blow up on it so much harder than a 5 or 6 pounder. They go crazy for it, they're insanely aggressive. I'm out here to have fun topwater strikes with the duck lure, and these little guys are giving me exactly what I came here for. What I love about this lake is you have a chance at a monster. There's not a lot of lakes in this area I can confidently say you have a chance at catching an 8 or 9 pound bass. This is one of them. I know as a fact they're in here. I've seen them, I've had friends catch them. They are in here. There's not a lot of lakes I can confidently say I know there's that size bass in here. And that's kind of what keeps me going. Yeah, I've caught a bunch of 5+, but I've never gotten that 8-pounder yet. But I know she's in here. It's the main reason I fish it so much. It's that chance that you really never know. I can't tell you how many times I've fished here, caught 20 half-pound bass in a row, then all of a sudden, boom, 5.5-pounder. That's a good one. It's not a bad fish. It might be a little smaller than I thought. Not a bad one, but we'll take it. We will take it. An aggressive strike like that is exactly what I'm going for. Thought she was a little bigger by the way she hit it, but I'll take it. My girlfriend got one too. That's a giant. I didn't even know they got that big.
It's not.
Show yours off too. Basically the same size. All right, buddy, you choked it. Get you right back in the water. Yeah, these hooks are bent. That is not good. Not sure how the hooks got bent, but still works. I don't know if it's bent or it's just getting pulled out of where it's supposed to be. Seems back to normal now. Very weird. She hit it hard, and that's what I'm going for. Something's swirling behind it. Yeah, there's another fish there. There we go. Can't tell if it's a good one or not. I think she's just a little guy. Not a bad one. They are hitting it hard. Another little guy. Thought that one might have been a little bigger, but sure enough, still some fairly smaller fish. They're not dinks. They're not super, super tiny like some of the other ones today. Seems like this little pocket back in here might be the honey hole. Something's swirling on it. Watch out. That thing's huge. That's a big fish. It's missing the hook though. We gotta fix this. Is that big? This fish has eaten it 4 times. It's a good one. He missed it again. This is a really good fish. He's eating it so many times. There's a couple of them right there. One of them's like 3 pounds. Net, net, net. Oh, you better still be on there, buddy. You are not as big as I thought you were, buddy. But that's a good fish, for sure. What a beautiful fish. That is awesome. On the topwater too. I think that fish ate it about 9 times. I mean, I would keep casting in this same spot and he would keep jumping full body out of water. That's what I strive for. That right there is why I throw topwater. For strikes like that. Oh my gosh. And it bent my net. Yeah, the net's a little bent, but not a huge deal. We caught the fish. That's good enough for me. I think there might have been a few there. Looked like one was really small and one was really big. Luckily enough, we got the big one. We're gonna get back at it. I don't think I've ever had a bass eat it that many times. Not sure how I missed the hook so many times. It's a little embarrassing actually, but these hooks on this thing are bent. I keep having to bend them back. They keep bending themselves out. I'm just happy we caught him. That is just unreal. He was eating it over and over and over and over again. Was not giving up until he ate it. We're gonna keep on moving down, see if we can maybe find ourselves another aggressive fish like that. Starting to get dark here. Not really sure how much time we're even gonna have left to fish. It's gonna get pitch black here in just a little bit. Sun's already down. Starting to get to the end of the night. Alrighty, we are gonna call it a night. And that is gonna be the end of today's video. There is more fish in here than I can even imagine. Every single cast, I was at least getting hit. There is bass just everywhere in here, which is good, but it can also be a little bit bad when you're catching so many little ones. It's really hard to get to those really big bites because you have to deal with 100 little ones first. The way I think about it, there could be a 5-pounder right there, and there could also be 10 little half-pounders. And of course the half-pounders are gonna get to it first. They always do, but that's all right. I'm out here to catch fish on a topwater duck, and let's just say we did just that. It was unbelievable. I had a blast. Hope you guys had a blast. And like I said earlier, this is the second duck right here that I will be giving away to one of you guys. And if you want to win the duck, all you got to do is, of course, be subscribed to the YouTube channel with notifications on, like the video, and drop a comment down below what the biggest largemouth bass you caught this year was, and you are entered into the giveaway. Simple as that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I love making videos. Hope you guys enjoy the content. As always, new videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, and peace out.